Take my hand, take my whole life too. Can't help falling in love with you. Yo! 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 Yo. T-1 day, but Evo. Ooh. We don't need an Evo. Welcome, guys. We're gonna have over 100 Team of the Weeks by the end of today. We built up to, I think it was, let's see, what are we at right now? Because I just opened 25. Or is it 54? Yeah, so I basically had 80 Team of the Weeks. So what I'm going to do is in a little bit, I haven't touched my daily golds. I haven't touched my provisions yet. We've kept them there. I haven't done any League SBC runs today. With some of the stuff in my dupe storage, I made some of the 87.7s. But besides that, I've literally touched nothing. I've put some League SBC cards in my club that are silvers. But that's basically it. So we're going to get that started in a minute or two, boys. Until then, let's open some Prime Electrums. How you guys doing today? You guys are killing it with the support on the videos too. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions on the grinds, feel free to let me know. We're going to have some videos coming out this week on some kind of different things with the mini grind. Both in this game and then for FC27, what they got in the trailer. So we may have an FC27 video go up for tomorrow. And then later this week we'll do a on and off method. We'll do maybe like how to deal with your dupe storage and stuff like that. And then hopefully by Friday or whenever EA decides to be nice, they give us whatever their version of exchanges is they're talking about. How are you guys doing today? Welcome. Alright, Prime Electrum. Cool. Klaus. How much are 84s right now? We sold a ton of, what were they? We sold a ton of the rare. What do you call them? The rare injury cards. We had like 180 in the club and I sold I think 100 of them. And then I listed a bunch of the common ones for 400 to 600 again. True, what's up, buddy? But we got a lot of the rare ones to sell for 700 to 1,000 and a lot of the commons for 400 to 600. How you doing today, True? Alright, we'll give it a few more minutes and then we'll start on the 8420s, boys. From the video today, we're going to do it exactly that way. We're not going to touch our dailies. We're going to use our dailies after we make the 8410s. And then we're going to make the Team of the Weeks off of it. We're going to see live how it goes. Good. It's good to hear. Good to hear. If you guys are wondering, Mumbo, where are your coins? We are going to continue to open huge promo packs for you guys. So even though we're making pure profit on League SBCs, you're going to see me slowly go down more and more millions because the coins can't take into the next game. We can't take them with us. So we got to get rid of them. Now, we don't want to just throw all of them away instantly, but you'll see like a slow drip of those going down. Or at least that's the goal. If they give us some crazy promo pack and I lose my mind, we might take it all the way down. I saw that Teddy got his account banned. Or I should say he got his market banned. Because he was selling special cards too quickly. Like a bot bought a bunch of them. Of the ones he listed. And he had 30 million coins on his account, I guess, wiped out. That's crazy. Hopefully that's something they fix in FC27. Have, like, actual humans look at those. Tradable promo card. What do we got? Please tell me it's going to be one of those price range cards. 91 rated Pirlo. Nice. Nice. Yes, it is. Let's go. Alright, this will eventually sell. It'll take quite a bit of listings, but it'll eventually sell. Trust. That's like 40k right there. Put that right into another promo pack. Alright. We'll do... How about in 4 minutes? We'll open these up for 4 more minutes. And then at 4:10 my time. So, oh, back-to-back tradable promo card. Nah, these are cooking. 4 more minutes and then we'll go to make all the 8420s for the day. Zanetti. Not surprising, Teddy made 15 million in a week just buying team seasons in the morning and selling that content. Isn't it crazy how easy it is to make coins? And like next year it's going to be different. It's not going to be the same. SBCs are going to be different. There's going to be only one rarity. You're not going to have commons and rares. You're going to have just what it looks like rare or whatever you call it. It'll be bronze, silver, and gold. Did you guys see, unless there's specific SBCs with a minimum rating, it sounds like a lot of the SBCs are just going to be point related. So in theory, there could be a gamble SBC where you could put in a crap ton of bronzes or silvers. Now, the scale of how much something point-wise is going to be all over the place. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It looks like, I don't know if it's every silver, but from the screenshots I'm seeing, 65 rated silvers are going to be 20 points. So like if you're doing a bunch of, let's say, silver upgrades, you could throw those into there and each one would be 20 points. I don't know if they have a point. Wait, that'll be interesting. So bronze upgrade and silver upgrade are guaranteed confirmed. I saw them in the video today. I didn't see the points related to them. They show that it's unlimited repeatable. They have an SBC for a prime silver players pack called the 2500 reroll, but it's locked. They have a coin boost one for 500 coins for 5 matches. Expires in 138 days for 3250. Yeah, the points will be interesting, man. Alright. T-1 minute. We'll do a few more of these. You guys get anything in your 8410s today? Alright, so stay with me for a moment and let me cook. Alright, we'll listen to what you're cooking and then we'll go over to Foot Genie. because we're about to cook too. How about, are we going to change the grind all over again? You're going to make me think completely differently? I'm down for it. We stop menu grinding? You lost me. And don't play until FC27? You want me to join in this, you're saying? Or just for you? As a community, brother, I'm enjoying the menu grind right now more than I have in the past few months combined. The channel's booming at the moment. You guys are loving the videos and streams. That sounds like the worst idea in the world. We just ship it in like West Ham did for the first half of the season. I politely decline. EA, see you tomorrow. Yeah, the EA comes in chat. Just what's LOL. Yeah, guys, I'm not going to do the menus anymore. Lol. Oh, you don't want to do the menus? We'll just take away the menus. But no, I love how they're revamping SBCs and everything on the menus. But the background of the menus is like the exact same. So they can copy and paste over like every part of their game. But then they have to charge us for it. Beautiful. EA logic is a beautiful thing. Do you see they're keeping challenge SBCs the same though? What do you mean challenge SBCs? Like the start of the game? Like the beginner unlocks, those sort of things? I saw they had bronze upgrade and silver upgrade for sure. Unlimited repeatable in the promo. I presume marquee matchups. I mean, here's my thing, right? My take is if they're gonna do some things that have like certain players or certain nations or certain stuff you need, that's important to me because it'll give demand outside of just the card type. Especially early on with BPM and with stacking silvers in our club. I don't know if that's going to work as well this year, though. It could work better. It could work worse. Did you hear anything? I don't want to say this is true or not. I saw one person say something, so it could be wrong. There's a rumor that you might not be able to do SBCs outside of on the actual menus. Like the web app might not give you the possibility to. I hope that's fake. I didn't see any reason to believe that. But I'm going to be in Italy for 3 weeks. Like 2 weeks after the game comes out. If they did that, my goodness. Do you have specific settings on Foot Genie for league upgrades or do you use the default? Luke, if you go to our Foot Genie video, you'll see the step-by-step tutorial with different settings and stuff we put in there. I could probably show you real quick, just stuff. It changes like day to day, week to week, month to month if we're doing different things. But the main thing I changes is just what rating I use up to. That's it. I don't use specials at all. I'll do multiple times. I'll usually do in groups of 3. Alright. Not seeing anything about not being able to do SBCs with the web app. Okay, good. Alright, we're recording. Testicles. Alright, dudes! We had a video yesterday where we said we believe we will be able to do all of the 20 8410 upgrades basically in a row and then be able to spam open these back into Team of the Week upgrades. And if you're doing the daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold provisions in any amount of the premium mixed league upgrade, you're going to have a plethora of golds and other cards to put back into those because the rating's going to be overkill. So right now, I haven't done any League SBCs today. I opened a few Prime Electrum packs. I put a few silvers in my club. But right now, I'm down to, how many Team of the Weeks do we have? I started on 79 today. We're down to 54. Okay, so I put 25 in my club. And we're going to make all these right now. Now, my guess is it's going to try to have me make some with the FOF cards. I don't want to do that. So if it has me do that, we're going to say no to that run and then go in and do that one by hand. So let's see. Yeah, we can do 20 right now. That one's good. That one's good. I'm not going to worry about League SVC cards or not right now because we're doing the on-off method where we'll go back to League SVCs later. That one has an FOF. The only time I'll do an FOF is if it's in the dupe storage because I want to keep each and every single one of those cards. Okay. So that's disappointing. Those are being used. I wonder if there's a way we can do it without it. So I'm going to make 16 right now. And then we'll make the final 4 where I might just have to go in and replace the FOF with a Team of the Week by hand. Or hopefully it gives me more options now. But yeah, look how quick that is doing down here. 6, 7. I do menu grind without tools? Brother, that's like saying you walk to work instead of driving a car because you're old-fashioned. Some things just make sense to do, buddy. EA employees use tools. EA employees talk about using FUTTIES. Not even trolling. That's dead serious. Is that funny? Alright, so if I try to make another 4, I wonder if... It said I could only make 20. I probably could make more. Don't tell me I'm soft banned. Nah. No, we're not. Okay, so we can only make up to 20 anyway, so we probably could have made more. I wonder if it'll let me now get away with that. Yeah, so we can make another 4. No, it's going to do it again. It's just going to put those cards in. Okay. We'll do this instead. We'll do... 1 by 1. Pop those in, and then I'll change the Team of the Week. Which means we'll probably have to throw... Why are we slowing down? We'll probably have to throw a dupe storage player then. Because we might not have enough with the exact rating. Which is fine. Oh no, that works. For that one at least. So we got that one. Auto completes. Boom. If anyone knows if there's a way to quickly change that, that would be sick. But it's no big deal. Yeah, see that pops down below. But what will be nice is being able to clear some cards in the SBC storage that are special. I'm an idiot. What am I doing? Alright, 2 more. Rarity, Team of the Week. Oh, we're just under that. Are you kidding me? Come on, EA. Alright, I'll use the lower end specials. But we'll still use specials. Okay, that does it. And final one right here. 89. If you use a max special card rating, it should be able to select more Team of the Week. Let's say 87 is most FOFs. So I could do that. The only issue is I just opened a limited amount of the Team of the Weeks I have. I could spam open Team of the Weeks and just set it at 86. I'll probably do that for later in the week just to make it even easier. That's a really good idea. Thank you for that. I will incorporate that. So yeah, instead of keeping the Team of the Weeks just in the pack, it's nice to have them in the pack because I like you guys seeing those, but oh well. Okay, so we have 16 items here. What I'm thinking... We have enough Team of the Weeks in our club to do the rest of the 85s that we have and the 87s. So when our dupe storage fills up, we'll just switch to that and we should be good. All right, come on. Now I get it, but I want to see what I get without it. I guess my question is, how much are you grinding and what are you grinding? Because if you're not doing too many things outside of the dailies will take longer for sure. It's more of a hassle, but like if you're doing like the premium mixed league upgrade at least 5 to 10 times a day, brother, GG, man. I don't know how you do it. All right, come on. New promo cards is what we're looking for. Or, you know, a promo card at this rate. Thanks, EA. Oh, there is a promo card. I take it back. I'm never getting all those 20 8410s done. Why not? Alright, another dupe. Spent 1.8 mil in store packs. Same. I spent 3 600Ks at the end of the stream yesterday. Yeah, same. When you've done the 22 of the weeks and I don't have anything left to make the 8410, did you watch the video today where we go over how to help with that? And are you doing premium mixed league upgrade? Because that'll probably solve all your problems with making team of the weeks for a single day. You have? Okay. Do you just not? Mukiele again. Let's go. Another dupe though, sadly. Yeah, I don't like how my I love the first world problem. My Evo Mukiele is way better than this card. It depends on prioritize gameplay, so when I'm done with gameplay, I do League SBCs, but when it's Friday, I just do all the daily ones. Gotcha. Like, do I send 81s to 87s into Team of the Week? You can. There's a million different ways you can build Team of the Weeks. We talk about it in the videos this week. You have off-league method, dupe storage method, on-off switch, everything, dailies method, overkill method. Tons of way to do it. Special card dupe storage, bronze silver method. Should I be putting golds in the 85 double or 80 times 5? I would never touch the 80 double, 85 double. I'd only do the 80 plus times 5. I've got 22 jumbo golds left for my premium run today. I've made my coins back plus profit. Should I just open them? Yes. So how I would operate if I were you, I don't know if you're trying to scale to even more League SBCs, but I treat those jumbo golds as provisions. So you just said you have 22 extra. You're already in profit. If you want to keep going, you can spam those back into your club. League SBC gold commons into League SBCs. Gold commons of the off leagues you can put into crafting upgrades, aka the 80 plus times 5. That's going to help you build out a ton of stuff and make League SBCs even faster. And then all the special consumables in there are going to make you so many coins. You'll get 87, 88, and 89 in 8410. So I put a range of like 80 to 88. Yeah, you'll see what range I put in today to make the Team of the Weeks. Because I haven't touched... I think I said at the start of the video. I haven't touched the provisions yet today. I made those in advance so I'd have less cards in my club to make it harder on myself. And I made the daily gold commons so I'd have less of those in the club to make it harder on myself. And to not open them to make it less in there. So once we're done opening these, we haven't done a single League SBC run yet today. The last one we did was last night before I went to bed. We club stocked some silvers into our club and we opened a few Prime Electrum packs on stream. But besides that, everything else is just leftover from yesterday's menu run. Is there a grind available without doing League SBCs? I mean, there is. It's just limited. But if you do it even just once daily to get the 20 team of the weeks, you basically don't have to do much League SBCs every single day to keep it going and to be able to do all the daily SBCs no problem, and then get all the team of the weeks back no problem. But I guess my question is there a reason why you don't want to do them, or are you just curious? Because it's literally just free packs and free coins. And it saves so much time if you just do it on FUTTIES. We did, I think, yesterday on stream, 12 runs in under, I think it was 6 minutes. Super easy. Mainly having to buy the silvers. It takes like 5 minutes, though, to get hundreds of silvers, though. Are you club stocking and then filling your transfer list with 100? Because that might make it go farther for you if you're only getting one of each. Don't have FUTGG subscription? You don't need it. The free version works perfectly fine, and then you can watch ads to make it unlimited anyways. So you can do that for complete free. And then Pale Tools is available as well. And even if you don't want to use Pale Tools filters that used to be like exact ratings back in the day, you could switch it to like a more most recent one, so it's a mix of the cards. Or be meaning to do League SBCs by hand? To be fair, I feel like next year for 27, making SBCs, I mean, they even admitted to it. They want to save people time and make it easier. I'm excited to see how much time it actually saves. Not because some of you're going to want to save the time so that you spend less time doing that and you get back into gameplay. I'm going to double down. And if we save time, that means we get to do more SBCs. But then there's still... Bro, if they still have SBC bans with this new point system, I'm going to lose my mind. What's the grind? League SBCs, dailies, Team of the Week upgrades, doing all the 8410s, making hundreds of thousands of coins, opening a crap ton of tradable packs, making a crap ton of 80 plus times 5s, recycling everything nonstop into more Team of the Weeks, getting every special card in the game, filling up my dupe storage, making a bunch more Team of the Weeks, and gamble SBCs, putting millions of coins that we've been making in the past few weeks into promo packs for you guys, and rinse and repeated. The new guys don't understand the pre-Pale Tools League SBC struggle? Bro. Do you remember? I remember years ago spamming BPM on the companion app and putting like one card in, one by one by one by one. When you open your tradable packs, how do you make coins? I would say how do you not make coins would be the question. Is there something in particular you're struggling with when it comes to the tradable packs? Like if you're buying very few cards in those first few runs, especially with the dailies, daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold provisions, and outside of that, the only thing you ever really buy in bulk nonstop for the first few runs anyways is the Pro League Portuguese League, because you'll never pack enough. If you open the Jumbo Gold Pack and you spend a few thousand total on, not even a few thousand, you'll probably spend like 2K probably tops on the Pro League Portuguese League. If you open a Jumbo Gold Pack and you look at just the quick sell value alone, it's more than usually double or triple. Like, what do I sell or not? Whatever you want. You want to sell players, you want to sell consumables? Sweet. You want to keep players, sell consumables? You can do it however you want. Just make sure you understand. Have you never done League SBCs before? If you're brand new to League SBCs altogether, my recommendation for you would be literally go in for that first run, whether you want to use dailies or not. Calculate how many coins you're actually spending to finish it from what you have. And then from that, open the Jumbo Gold Pack. Look at the quick sell value. Don't quick sell it, but just look at the quick sell value. For example, the other day we did it where I spent, I think it was 4 cards to finish it. So it was like 4 cards for 200 coins. So that's 800 coins total. 800 coins and my quick sell was over 5K. It was like 5.2. So it's like, okay, theoretically, that would be the pure profit. And then the next run I do, if I have to buy more Pro League Portuguese League cards because I don't have enough, you'll never really ever have enough. You just keep buying those out in bulk. even if I bought out all 11 of those, I'm spending way less than I'm making on the Jumbo Gold pack alone, let alone the Prime Electrum where you get an 80 plus guaranteed. We're packing promos nonstop in those, but even outside of that, 81s, 82s, 83s, 84s, all are usually going for somewhere around 1,000 plus. And then all the League SBC cards you keep getting back. Some people like selling everything. Some people like keeping League SBC stuff and recycling. That's completely up to you. Do you do gameplay? Yes and no. I do, but not a lot. All I want is the full 20-team league back. Dude, they could have did that with the collection book, but it looks like they're going a different way with that. Alright, 9 more. What are you doing with the tradable fodder? My transfer list is full of 85 plus golds. If it's a... Ooh, nice. Another FOF. For me, if it's a League One Eredivisie, or Pro League Portuguese League gold rare tradable, I usually keep it. Outside of that, if it's an 82 plus of any other league, I list it. If it's below that for a gold rare, I just quick sell it. Is how I've been running that. Never been into trading and never will. But was looking for a mini grind and usually traders are best at it. Hey! Another card, let's go. The crazy thing about this year, and I don't know how it's gonna be affected next year with it points. Being points instead of like exact ratings for everyone and different requirements for a majority of it. I don't know how you guys feel, but it's like this year, if you're just calculating the pure profit of each League SBC run, if we're making a few thousand minimum per run and I can do in a day 50 plus runs, there's very few, I feel like, trading tips that are actually worth the time because we're getting coins, packs, and just constantly spamming those back into everything else. Do you like how the new system looks in FC27? I'm personally always a fan of change to a certain extent. I get bored of stuff and then not get bored of it. It's kind of a rotating thing. Like, I have times this year where I've gotten really sick of the premium mix, but I always come back. Having it be completely different next year in the point system could kill a lot of the grind. It could make it way harder. Could make the value of a lot of those bronze and silver cards way less. Or it could make it even more valuable. Like, it depends on how EA uses them. That's why I'm thinking about it. Alright, so we have an FOF already. So we're going to make one of the 8510s with the dupe storage right now. Where was I? Yo, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Sloppy Sly. There it is. So we'll make that. What I'll also do, too, to make more room, we'll start making Team of the Week upgrades. You're going to see me make these in bulk after. So if you guys watched the video from today, and you're very curious to see how my 8410s become the Team of the Weeks again, and you want to see it live, we're going to, right now with the dupe storage, basically overkill make these. I'm going to try to get as many special cards in these in as I can. Just so we can kind of clear more space. You also, theoretically, right, if you have other cards in your club, bronze, silver, golds, you could put these higher end special cards that are going to be clogging your dupe storage when you're opening these packs. Feel free to put these into player SBCs that you want to do. Feel free to put these into gamble SBCs, especially high-rated squads that don't have an FOF Team of the Season or Team of the Week requirement. The reason why I'm not doing that right now personally is I'm trying to get rid of as many as I can in my dupe storage because the only ones I care about are the card collecting in my club. I want to get 150 out of the 150. I really don't care as much about the gamble pack. My goals are to make the team of the weeks as easy as possible, make as many as possible, do league SBCs as much as possible, 80 plus times 5s as much as possible, and collect every single one of these as much as possible, while making hundreds of thousands of coins a day, million plus a week, and putting those into promo packs. Did you catch Run the Foot Market's hour-long rant? Was it today he did the rant? I didn't see it today if he did. What'd he say? And guys, the reason I'm putting more of these specials in instead of putting these exact ones for the exact rating or averaging it out is because when I go to Foot Genie, I'm not going to be using special cards for that. I'm only going to be using mainly golds. So these are kind of pointless and they just kind of clog it. So I'll try as best as I can to save the higher rated ones if I can, because 84s are going to be the main thing that fill up. But it's not going to be as important. Watch your video earlier and had a facepalm moment because I submitted like 4 pahors for getting choosing FOF. Dude, I've made that mistake so many times. Don't worry, you're not the only one. Alright, how many specials do we have left? Okay, quite a few still. Nah, but the way you broke it down is a trader mindset. Yeah, the way I view it personally is I come from a trading background too, so it's a trading mindset, but it's how you can. People see it as like a waste of time doing SBCs because they want to be playing gameplay. For me, I look at everything as a calculation. What can get me the most coins, the most packs, the most fodder, and then I can use that to get the best thing possible. So a lot of people, they'll not want to do an 80 plus times 5, for example. They'd rather do an 85 2 because they see it as 1-to-1. This, if I open one of these and one of these, I'm probably going to get a higher rated card in the single 85 than a single 80 plus times 5. I use it from broken down mathematically. What gives us the best menu grind that's going to make us the most coins, that can make me spam these the most back into League SBCs. But then also too, since we have the pure profit aspect of it, I can buy any promo pack in the game if we do it enough. So for me, it's more of a like, hey, this is going to get me more coins than gameplay. I enjoy this more than gameplay. We can scale it. You can't really scale gameplay. The best case scenario, you could win every single game of Foot Champs and every single person you play rage quits. But a majority of the time, that's not going to be the case. All right. Perfect. Sweet. All right. So we have more Team of the Weeks than we need. I don't know how many I actually just made there. I should have counted. Does anyone remember the Team of the Week number we went down to? We started with 79. I put 25 in the club. Is that 54 then? Did we start at 54 and now we're up to 60? Go. Now, if we get another FOF, that would be sick. I was doing silvers and high specials before I find your grind. Nice. Yeah, I mainly do silvers at the start of the game. I love the silver commons. Club stocking those for 150 bids. We had a thing called the silver center back method a few years ago where we'd mass bid 150 and double our coins on basically every single one. Because when chemistry was super important, to SBCs, especially like marquee matchups and all those early on, the daily SBCs, every formation had 11 players in it. And what positions are in every formation, no matter what formation? If they chose a 4-4-2, there's center backs, there's a goalkeeper. If they chose a 3-5-2, there's 3 center backs actually. So like there's even more center backs. Other ones, there's no positions altogether. Like a left back or right back could be completely void. Goalkeeper, there's always one. We had one that one of our buddies put us on to where every single week he would pick up 73 and 74 rated. Hey, Weston, let's go. Another team this season. New one card is there. He would put on... Sorry, I'm two different thoughts at the same time. He would every single week get every single one of the goalkeepers that was 73 and 74 rated for the silver commons and silver rares. And basically every single time for marquee matchups, he made tons and tons of coins. It's been confirmed that we will see SBCs that have point requirements and SBCs mixed with point requirements and minimum ratings. It's also confirmed that we can partially submit cards to Clear Club. So I'm curious to see what the partial points means. Like, is it going to be you need 10,000? Marcus, thank you for the sub, buddy. You need 10,000 points to complete an SBC. You might offload 1,000 worth of bronzes and silvers you have laying around. And because you did that, it's going to show 1,000 out of 10,000. Dude, people are going to get in the habit of doing that for big ones. Bro, wait. Time out. People are going to do that. They're going to throw stuff into an icon and not finish it. But they're going to have like 9 million out of 10 million completed. Bro, if BPM and silvers are good to flip this year in terms of silvers being good to flip for pure coins, whether that be league SBCs or just the menu grind in general, and then like potentially their value for points too, if that's something that works really well, if bronze pack method is something that works really well, I low-key really want to see if we can do icon SBCs. I know it's probably going to be degenerate, and I know it'd probably save much more time if you did it in other areas, but I kind of want to see, could you do bronze pack method? How long would it take to make an icon? Would that be fun? I feel like that opens up to be able to do so much more this year. That's sick. I'm excited for it personally. There's a lot of aspects of FC27 that look horrible and suck and look copy and pasted. Gameplay I'm not optimistic for. I like having the live events and other stuff potentially being able to do single player, so I don't have to worry about all the sweats. I like the idea of getting XP and potentially packs too after every single game. Did they confirm that in the video? I didn't see that today. I heard on Twitter earlier this week that after every single game you get a pack. But I didn't hear any of that in the trailer today for Ultimate Team. Can anyone confirm or deny that? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go back to Foot Genie. You get rewards after games, more coins. Oh, it's one or the other. You could get more coins or XP. More coins, packs, or XP. Gotcha. Alright, I'm very curious to see how this goes. So, in theory, right, we want to be able to make another 25 Team of the Weeks. Alright, is it recording? Yeah, it is. Alright, dudes, we are back on Foot Genie. So, I have 69 cards in my SBC storage. We have other fodder in my club. I have gold commons. I have some gold rares. Obviously, all those promo cards that we packed were great. With that, we're at 60 team of the weeks. We made some team of the weeks with the stuff we had. So even though I need to make 20 team of the weeks to get back to break even, the actual number I need to get to is, what did we say? We started at 79, but we opened 25. So do we want to get back to 74? I think 74 would have to be the number of break even. Either way, we're just going to see right now with just golds how many we could actually make. This is going to be the test. So we're just going to do, we'll start with 80. We'll do 80 to 91, and then we'll scale it down to see if it makes more. Have you gotten any 99s yet? I have not personally. So 16 right there. So with the ones we already made, we're past the 20 mark. Plus the duplicates special cards that don't get included in this, we are already at over the number of team of the weeks we would have theoretically started with for the 20. So we're good to go there. And that's without any dailies. I haven't touched the daily, or I haven't touched the daily gold. I still have those. Where are they? Right there. I haven't touched the provision packs. If I put these in the club, it'd be even more cards to pull from. I have not done a single League SBC run today. The last League SBC run we did was last night. I opened a few Prime Electrums, though, and we put some silver cards in my club. If I put that down, right, we're not even including specials. That's going to be a different thing. If I move this down even more, we're doing 80 right now. If I move this to 75, pop 50 again. It was what, 16? $24, boys. GG. So, in theory, if you guys came from the video yesterday, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. We have more Team of the Weeks than what we started with, which means we'll have all the Team of the Weeks we need for tomorrow anyways. And on top of that, the only grind, like if you wanted to stop after this, or stop very shortly after to be ready for tomorrow, you'd have the Team of the Weeks. I could open the daily gold, I could open the provisions, I could do a few run of League SBCs, and I'd be in the exact same spot I am right now, but actually better off than I was the day before. Plus, that's not including all the special cards in here. That's not including all the new special cards that we put in our club. So, that was a huge W of a project and an experiment. And once the 8410 or something like it goes completely unlimited, this is going to work even better day to day because we can continue scaling it. We'll hit SBC bands eventually, but that's sick. All right, any confusion with that, guys? Essentially, the experiment I ran was making all of the 84 20s in a row because we had the Team of the Weeks ready to go. And then the goal was to get all the Team of the Weeks back plus more than what we started with. We're in that exact spot. So now I have a few different ways I can actually go about this. I could do that. And I can do that. But we could also just use, I'm looking at my dupe storage right now. It's not a crap ton of walkouts. We could clear the dupe storage with one, especially the off leagues. But we could go right into just making the off leagues into the Team of the Week upgrade and just spam League SBCs. And you're going to see this daily limit and say, Mumbo, you said you didn't do any today. This number was at like 500 last night. So it went down from that. So we should, in theory, be able to do a lot of League SBCs today. We also have the other 85 10s and the 87s. Let's, I guess, complete these first. Because we have the Team of the Weeks. Is it even going to use the Team of the Weeks? Let's see. Do down to 87. Is that a dupe storage FOF? Can we do 86? Boom, there we go. I was pretty happy with the Ultimate Team Deep Dive. I'm not sucking EA off because, like I said, I think gameplay is still going to be horrendous, and it's going to be one tradable promo pack they'll put on the market and ruin all the progress they made with the community of slowing the power curve by having less promos and slowing Evos in general. But in terms of what I was looking for, which was the catalog, the collection thing, SBCs and rewards, easier to get XP. You can get XP after every game, coins, packs, single modes for live events to get those done for Evos and stuff. The SBC points, silvers being 20 for 65 rateds. I don't know if they're going to scale silvers. I didn't see any bronzes in there. I don't know what the number would be for bronzes, but if a 65 silver is 20 points, I wonder what 74 is versus a 75 gold. That'd be very curious. Because I think there's going to be a potential menu grind in that. I don't know exactly what it'll look like. Obviously, we don't know exactly what we have, but they did confirm in that video that we have a bronze upgrade, unlimited repeatable, and a silver upgrade at least, unlimited repeatable. Alright, let's do... Tell me right now, did you get it on with you? Euphoria. I'm trying to get euphoria. Yeah, what did you guys think? Can we only do 2? We have 4 left. How many team leagues do I have in the club? I do have 4. Probably have to open a few though. So what we're going to do, so we already tested the team of the week, so we don't necessarily have to make them all through that route. I'm going to open 10. Let's open 10 so we can have some lower rated ones in the club to pull from. We want ones 86 and under rated. Looks like most of those are. I bet they'll see people do BPM and then start doing just less points SVCs and minimum rating, so you can't use 500 silvers. They'll for sure, if they see something super overpowered on the menus, try to find a way to fix it. But honestly, like, in my opinion, call me crazy, I don't think everything EA does is through a negative mindset. I genuinely think in FC24, they gave us exchanges and didn't realize how good they would actually be. Because if you remember, you know how it's like everyone looks at FC or FIFA 17 as such a good FIFA, but if you go back to what people thought back in the day, there were a lot of people that had issues with it. Million YouTubers made videos on just different things that is like a really great game. Same thing with like exchanges. If you look at when exchanges first came out, everyone viewed exchanges as this is horrific. Like, what are you doing, EA? This sucks. We're not going to pack anything in this because people weren't viewing it from the standpoint of like, oh, I could put my walkouts in here in my 85s and put those right into player picks or put those right into league SBCs. When you did it that way, the pack cycle became crazy. Yeah, I feel like with points... Wait a second. Is there anyone in chat that was here when we had... Let me go to console to open these, actually, when we talk. Is anyone in chat, were you guys here during FC24 when I was doing exchanges? I know a lot of you guys are newer in the past year or so. Anyone somewhat of an OG in here during 24? Either way, we did a thing where we were to look at the price of 85s to 89s, and whatever one compared to the amount of cards you got gave you the best value for the amount of cards you had. So like some days 87s made more sense to do than 88s. If there's a huge promo pack tradable that was on the market, that'd make maybe 85s crash in price. So we do a bunch of 85 exchanges. So with that, there was like a min max where it's like, okay, I'm going to buy out 587s right now. We're going to scale those into other ones because that made the most sense in terms of the coins to cards. And it made us even more profit on the back end because we were being very precise with what we were doing. Could you imagine with the point system if some days throughout the week, bronze pack method's absolutely insane, some days silver's absolutely insane? Like in my head, we'll have to make a video on this at some point because this could get crazy. Think of it like this. I'm going to go to marquee matchups. What does the 99 out of 100 mean? There's batch 2, 150 cards. That got re-released. We have packed 99 of them. Dude, I already am thinking about this way too much, but I love it. So, you know how early game with marquee matchups, they do have ratings on there? But then sometimes you can use bronzes and silvers. Like some it might allow you to use bronzes, others it might be a minimum silvers or a rating that doesn't make sense to use bronzes. If they kept that the same for marquee matchups, because they said they're going to keep some things the same and not everything is going to be points, some things can be minimums. If one of these packs early on has tradable silvers in it, we get a huge influx of silvers onto the market. Or if there's a pack that has silvers for squad battles days where you get the rewards, or div rivals or foot champs, if there's like any Electrum pack, if silvers get supplied on the market where there's way more of them some days than others, and on top of that, if 65s are 20 points for 65 rateds, we didn't see what 66s, 67, 68, 69s, all the way up to 74 is. Let's assume they scale in points per card. Let's assume it is off rating. If a 74 gold or silver common has way more points than a 65, the way I'm going to club stock early game is wait until the days where there's a huge influx of silver supply and we mass bid and spam like crazy, not only to get all those into the club, but since we'll get them so cheap, people are going to be looking at those as, hey, I can buy out a ton of these and I can save a lot of coins. People are going to see those in potentially SBC solutions, and it's going to be like, you know, now for like marquee matchups, I don't know if anyone actually ever looks at SBC solutions on Footbin or anything anymore, because they're relatively easy to do everything. But there's so many people that look at the exact cards in SBC solutions and then they'll buy them. And a lot of people, what they'll do is early game, they'll put in a ton of bronzes and silvers. Not only is like the AI, it shows those are the cheapest. A lot of like traders and content creators will make SBC solutions that have those, and then they'll go and buy the cards so that by the time people see that one, that 74 rated silver common, now it's just going to be a silver. It's not going to be a common or rare. It'll be a silver. That will be way up in price in terms of its buy now. But you may have one in the club that you got for 150 coins. It now might be selling for 1,000 or 2,000 coins. So in theory, if there's a differentiation, if there's a price difference because there's a point difference for silvers or even golds, think of like upgrade packs, right? How often do we get like the gold upgrade early on is a 75 plus double, but how often early game do we get like a 78 plus double copy and pasted for the first few weeks? Or we'll get like a 75 plus player pick. If the points wrap relatively well from 75 to 80, could you imagine how crazy 80 bidding would be? Like, you could potentially go to the market and let's assume it follows the price of commons, right? We don't know if it's going to be The quick sell value of them is equivalent to what rares are now or what commons are. We have no idea. Let's just assume it's the case that they are off of gold commons, at least up to a certain rating, right? We could look at maybe the 75s. Those would be the cheapest on the market. But maybe the high 70s, like the 79s, these could be cards that are going for 400 at all times. Back in the day, in the FIFAs, whenever we'd have a player pick or a repeatable SBC came out, we would make cheapest solution videos all the time and how to make unlimited coins videos back in the day. And the way we'd do it is I'd go unlimited unassigned. I'd buy gold commons for 300 coins, and I'd flip them for like 450, 500, 550, 600. And then with all the coins we were making, the ones in our club, I'd make player picks with them. And then we'd be making way more coins than we are player picks. But anytime I wanted a player pick, I could make it. I would fill up the club, player pick. Fill up the club. Worst case scenario, if I was too unassigned, unlimited unassigned, I could just continue selling those to get less and less. And then have more and more coins. Same kind of logic with the silver lib method. Back when Libertadores cards used to be black cards, and they counted as rares. There was no commons in Libertadores. Then the Sudamericanos counted as commons. What we would do is we'd look for the silver rating, which is 65 to 74 for the Libertadores cards, and we'd bid 250, 300, and 350. And those would show up as cheapest solutions a lot of the time because no one knew how to look for them. The bulk of the community didn't know how to look for them. So if you had them in your club, daily SBC solutions would always have them, and they would shoot up in price to like 700, 1,000, 2,000. So not only were we doing the Libertadores League SBC when it was just that league in and of itself, every single other league was separate. They weren't all together. We would just flip and make so many coins. And even on the low end, for the league SBC, people would still use SBC solutions. We would just sit there and farm flipping for double coins. We'd bid 300 and sell for 600. I wouldn't even look at the price half the time if it was a duplicate. I'd just list it. I list it for 600, list 100 of them, and like 75% of them would sell every single hour. It was crazy time, man. All right, sorry about that. We're back. Yapping too much. Nice, King. I have a 97 Cam Maradona, 98 Eusebio, and 98 Pele. Nice. Dude, why did I just find you 6 months ago? Brother, I've been making content for 10 years, boy. 10 years. Started off in Call of Duty, switched to Minecraft and Overwatch for a little bit, went to Fortnite, and then FIFA in, I think it was FIFA 19? I made some trading videos in 18. If you really want to get specific, I had a channel called 8 Readmen 8, where I made FIFA videos when I was a kid. And guess what I was doing in that game? I was flipping silvers. Seems like... So, back to Team of the Weeks now, right? We showed another FOF, by the way, W. We showed not only am I able to have more Team of the Weeks than what we started with, I'd have all my daily golds and my provisions I could still open back into League SBCs. Since we have that confirmation, I'm now going to switch to the mode, since I haven't done League SBCs yet today, where I'm only going to put my dupe storage and I'm only going to put off leagues into Team of the Week upgrades right now, because I want to do a crap ton of League SBC runs. For me, I have all these extra cards. That's going to be able to scale infinitely more the amount of League SBC runs we can do, the amount of liquid coins we're going to be able to make. And with those liquid coins, I can continue buying more cards in different areas. If I want to buy the Team of the Week to make even more than the ones we had untradeable we could make, we could take it any route we wanted to. I don't like using web app and PL tools. Just sit grinding in game, but I lose so much time. And like times the... Did we just get another FOF? Bro, the 8510s are great for FOFs. Hopefully their EA's exchange-like thing that's supposed to be coming, hopefully it's easy to grind on the menus. Like, exchanges were easy to do on the menus. Dude, you are Super Unk? Is that a sweater vest I see? Take that back. Take back what you just said. It's Sunderland's new kit. What do you mean, is that a sweater vest? Brother. It's the Elvis Presley kit. Is that a sweater vest? Actually, to be fair, the angle's not flattering. And that's even less flattering. Do we have to get it like a titty cam? Do we got to be like the e-girls? Suzuki. Didn't PSG just put a bid in him? Bid in for him? Dude, I can't talk anymore. My words become lost when I'm on stream. And it's becoming more and more of a common occurrence. Also too, I have Monday's my football night, so I don't stream on Mondays. I have a makeup game on Tuesday as well, so I will not have a live stream on Monday or Tuesday. We'll be back to the live streaming on Wednesday, but we'll have a video each one of those days. Sunderland until we die, brother. Yes, sir. Down with the Wrexham. Down with the Wrexham today, man. Oh my gosh. Bro, I use hate watch as a joke. I don't actually hate Wrexham. I despise a lot of what their club is from the financial standpoint and the marketing approach they take as the underdog, even though they spend more than most. I'm so glad we beat them. That was the expectation, but I would have lost it if we didn't get a win against them today. Foodala! Okay, we're up to 100 of batch 2. Let's go. I swore I assume you went to church like that and just kept the clothes on. No, I wore something else and then changed into this. I've worn like 4 outfits today. I had a church shirt and pants. Then I went to the grocery store quick. Sprinted back because the Sunderland game was on an hour before new content. So I put everything in my fridge, watched the game, but changed into workout clothes. Got a workout in. Came back up. Then I was eating lunch. Gonna go outside to play some football. Did that. Then I got drenched. My shirt was extremely wet, so I took a shower. Took that off and put this on. And then I'm gonna take this off eventually after the stream. I got that Beast Brobby card? Yes, sir. What, was that your comment today, brother, on the video? About the hat? Or was that someone else? That made me smile. I saw it right as I was getting back from church. Oh, no, I was 7:05. That wasn't you. Similar profile pics. Or lack thereof, I should say. Catching myself doing bronze and silver upgrades when it's freaking August. Bronze and silver upgrades. Also, too, I forgot to mention this today, but I've mentioned it a lot the past week. If you guys are wanting additional cards in your club, or outside of just the dailies you're doing, you're looking for an additional way, whether to get some gold commons, get League SBC cards. If you've been doing mainly nothing other than daily bronze, daily silver, daily gold, and provisions, you probably have a stockpile of bronzes and silvers rotting in your club. You got 2 options with those. If it's affecting how full your dupe storage gets daily, like every single one of those, it's like a bunch of off leagues, you're filling up your dupe storage. You can take care of at least some of them. I won't go crazy on the bronze upgrade. But the silvers, if you want to make a bunch of silver upgrades and make gold commons, I made like, I think it was 100 the other day just from that. And then the prime electrums, I made like another 50. silver upgrades. That's giving me a lot of League SBC cards. However, with Team of the Weeks, with 8410s, and with the potential of one of those SBCs becoming unlimited repeatable soon, we don't know what EA is bringing exactly when they say exchange like, but I'm going to assume at least the 8410 would go unlimited after the 2 weeks. If you guys are trying to prepare for that, not only would it be great to start building out more and more Team of the Weeks to have them ready to go, work in a positive direction, if you just have a plethora, whether it's bronze and silver cards already in your club that you're not having to use day to day, or you're at least saving the daily bronze packs and the daily silver packs that you don't need, having those to kind of facilitate additional rating help and stretching that out. So like instead of being extremely overkill with maybe your full dupe storage like you see me do from time to time, I could probably go on my club. If I'm putting in a few special cards and some walkouts that are filling my dupe storage to make a team of the week, I could throw in some bronzes. I could probably throw half a bronze squad in or half a silver squad in and stretch that out even further. Question, what do you do with all the coins in the end? We have spent like 8 million coins this week on promo packs. So I'll continue to spend coins on promo packs and ramp down to the end of the game. How do you stock up with La Liga and Prem with the rating? I don't stock up La Liga and Prem at all. I just get them more than we do League SBCs. The League SBC order in terms of what you run out with, Pro League and Portuguese League will always be the first to go because you will almost never pack the amount you need. You'll always basically have to buy out in bulk. Hundreds of those if you're doing a ton of runs a day. I literally buy 100 to 300 and store a bunch of my club in my transfer list. That's the best way to do it in my opinion. League 1 and Eredivisie will be the next thing to go, both in terms of the rares. If you're not making the 80 plus times 5 too often to get the League 1 rares and the Eredivisie rares, or if you're not putting maybe some silver rares in your club from the Prime Electrum pack, the ones you're packing, or slowly club stocking some bronzes and silvers from there that you're buying off the market, that's going to run out next. If you notice those first few runs, you're mainly only using golds for League 1 Eredivisie. That's not necessarily bad if you're not going to do a ton of runs outside of the daily provisions and daily gold. What I would encourage you to do, though, is at least once in a week. If you have a few minutes when you're watching an episode on Netflix or you're watching a movie, you're sitting there and you have your phone out or you're on your computer, if you want to just fill your club with like one of each silver, one of each bronze, same logic we just used with the overkill in terms of the Team of the Weeks and the 8410s, same logic applies to here. You can make way more if you stretch it. You might say to yourself, Mumbo, well, how do you pay for putting additional bronzes and silvers into your club? Doesn't that cost coins? Did you say you didn't really have to buy before? Is that an additional cost? If we're making already so much profit from the League SBC runs, or buying the Pro League Portuguese League for that cheap, and that pays for essentially everything else nonstop, you just carry that price into the rest of those SBCs, and you average it out. So let's say, for example, the quick sell value of the Jumbo Gold Pack being 5K plus on average, right? Let's say you quick sold every one of those packs. I'm not saying to do that, but let's say hypothetically you did, right? Let's say by doing that, that meant you had to buy out eventually every single League 1 and Eredivisie squad too, which you never have to. But let's say you did, right? You could get away with a bunch of League 1 and Eredivisie silver commons for 150. And then maybe some gold rares or silver rares you could put in to get that 74 rating. You could literally get some bronze rares in for 150. Not have to buy a single rare over 150. You could do the rest silver commons and maybe throw in a few gold commons for 300. You could get that 74 rating. You're not spending more than a few thousand coins on that if you bought up the whole thing for as cheap as you could. Same thing with the Pro League Portuguese League. Most of the time, the Pro League Portuguese League cards are under 500 coins. Most of the time, they're 200, 250 to 300. If they were 300 and you bought out all 11, and that's 3.3K, and you're spending like less than 3K in the other one, if you're spending combined less than 6K and you're getting quick sell value over 5K in the Jumbo Gold, we're not even mentioning the amount of stuff in the Prime Electrum that go to, and we're not even mentioning Jumbo Gold, how much more than the 5K you usually get with the consumables. You can see very quickly how the amount of coins continues to go up and up and up. It's no longer a thing of oh, I can do a run for profit. It's how many runs can I do a day for profit? And then if this is profit, the more I do it, and I continue making profit, how can I scale the next thing, which is the amount of runs we do today? Once you get that point, it's really fun. Sorry, I had to jump on back. No problem, buddy. Are any of these FOFs? No. Team of the week, team of the year, I mean. One of three, 83 plus pick, or the neither. I would dump gold rares into the 80 plus times 5. Rares and commons. Any FOFs in this? No. Play foot champs? I would rather step on a pile of rusty nails in the middle of the streets of Birmingham. I don't know why I said Birmingham. Anywhere. Why such damn high rating? Because for me specifically, well, all of us can get away with a lower rating by mixing the bronzes and silvers. I can do the exact same thing. I physically, the only thing I care about right now is having as little amount of cards in my dupe storage as possible. That's my goal. Because that means I can spam open more packs. The thing about my grind, if you guys are basically trying to copy and paste what we're doing in bulk. Okay, how do I word this? Okay. Any sort of menu grind, when you do it in bulk, think of it like a football match, right? A football match, you'll have times where a team's sitting back being more defensive, then they're out more on more attack. Sometimes the possession's 50-50. Later in the half, it goes 70-30. There's times where you have all 11 men in the box. There's other time where you're basically bringing everyone forward. It fluctuates so much, right? Same thing with the menu grind. The Premium Mixed League upgrade, the coins we're making, the packs we're making, that all is true. That is all in the unlimited direction. But because that's true, and we start saving packs in some areas, that means we get low in some areas, and then we open something and we get high in some other areas, but then we get low in other areas. So with us, when it comes to the active opening untradeable packs, the way we have Team of the Week upgrade set up and other things set up is I don't have special cards included in it when I make Team of the Weeks normally, day-to-day with League SBCs. So if I don't purposely clear it, it will fill up all 100 of my duplicate storage with duplicate promo cards. This is not stuff that's in my club. This is all dupe storage. So we literally just have to get rid of it. That's why we're overkill with it. Could I get rid of it and put in bronzes and silvers? Absolutely. But I'm going to be well over 100 total Team of the Week upgrades by the end of the day. So for me personally, it's not needed. And again, this is only dupe storage. So I'm not wasting anything in my club. Show your team. Why? Because the 80 plus times 5 is infinitely better to scale and to use for League SBCs and Team of the Week upgrades. Think about how many Team of the Week upgrades you can make from an 85 double versus an 80 plus times 5. That alone makes it worth it. That's our squad. All right. I think it's time, boys. What do you think? Ooh, Kelly. Oh, 350. Rip. Should we open provision packs? Wait, did we get rid of all the specials? I think I need to check one more time. Are we empty? $21 items still, okay. We'll put Yamin Yamal in. Screw it, we'll put all this in. That's a Sunner and 11? Yes. Should we quick sell tradable golds in any case or just use? Preference? Think of it like this. The more you quick sell those compared to using them, right away, the more liquid coins you'll have, but the less cards you'll have. And if you're already down the amount of cards you have per League SBC run, because remember, you're not getting the same amount of cards back that you're putting in. You're putting in 44 cards. You're not getting 44 League SBC cards back. There is a gap. And you might hear that and think it's not unlimited because there's a gap. But the reason it's unlimited is you're making infinitely more coins that you can continue to buy those cards back at a cheaper price and dilute what you have to stretch way more than the next run and still be way up in coins. So that's what makes it unlimited in both directions. The coins continue to go up and the amount of players you can have goes up when you're continuing to put things in your club in areas and diluting it. So personally for me, my issue is not coins anymore. It's cards. So I try to put as many of those cards as possible. I treat the Jumbo Gold as it's... The tradable packs for me are provision packs. Jumbo Gold, bunch of gold commons for provisions. Put back in the club. Even the off leagues, I'll make into crafting upgrades. If it's duplicates, I'll throw them on my transfer list. Alright, let me actually... Speaking of that, let me open some Prime Electrums to get some more silvers in the club before we open the provisions. What do you prefer, checking every rare, non-rare into the 85 times 5 or the player pick? 80 times 5. I put everything. I put gold rares and gold commons into the 80 times 5 over the other ones. I think it's infinitely better for making Team of the Week upgrades, for League SBCs, for fodder across time that you can continue to recycle. The amount of cards back. I won't touch the player pick ever. And I very rarely touch the 85 double anymore. The only time I really did the 85 double was when I built out the 100 for you guys day one. Just to see how good they were. And then I think I did 20 the next day. That being said, though, when I say that from a repeatable standpoint. If you're already unlimited repeatable and unlimited coins and unlimited packs, the same way that the coins can't carry into the next game, I'm going to have to spam millions of coins into promo packs to get rid of them. The same thing can be true with you guys and other SBCs. If you're doing the 85 double and you know that's not going in an unlimited direction and you don't care because your League SBC grind's going in an unlimited direction, you're never going to run out of your daily grinds. It's never going to affect your ability to do all 20 of your 84 10s, the 85 10s, the 87 7s, as long as you're keeping that a part of the grind. But why? Is the PP gets a lot of good players? Exactly what I just said is the reason why. It's not unlimited because you want to follow unlimited, because most people, their issue is not packing things. It's running out of cards to open packs to begin with. So as long as you're in a position where you're never going to run out of packs and you're working in that positive direction, you can still be going into the positive direction daily and make 85 doubles. you can go in the positive direction daily and make player picks. I would just advise, if you're asking me what I think, I don't think most people are smart enough to do it personally. Not as like an insult to people's intelligence, but they're not thinking of it from a amount of card perspective. They're thinking it the same way you are. I want to get a promo card, and that's what's causing most people to not be able to make any packs right now, and why they're getting upset we don't have exchanges. Does that make sense? Hopefully that's maybe useful to some people. Do you open all your 8410s each day? I feel silly holding on to 92 of them. I just opened all mine, and then we had the ability to make more Team of the Weeks than what we started with off of it. So yeah, we open them. I mean, I guess you could hold them, but I guess my question would be, if we're only going to get more of those things and or potentially them unlimited at some point, what's the point of you holding them right now? If there was something for you to hold personally, I think it'd be Team of the Weeks. If you built out in a positive direction more Team of the Week upgrade packs, whether you put Team of the Weeks in your club through opening the Team of the Week upgrade or you held it as a pack, I think that's going to be the ultimate power move, because whenever it does go to unlimited, if each one still needs a Team of the Week, even if there's more Team of the Season packs, even if you can use footies or something, having a huge pile to pull from is going to stretch it way further. But Jasper, does that make sense, brother? How I kind of described that? I'm not saying to not do them. I'm saying most people shouldn't do them because of how they're grinding them. But if you're grinding them the correct way, I would say go for it. All right. Few more of these, and then we hop to good old Foot Genie, and we spam the League SBCs. I'm so excited. A lot of you guys are going to be put on game for how crazy League SBCs get. You're not ready. Holdings, the back, potential Sunderland card, first owner, if one comes out. Like Mukiele, who's in packs right now, or did you already get him? Instead, I'm putting everything, 86, 102 weeks and everything. 6 into footies. Nice. Already got him? Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna... How much room do we have on here? I'm going to fill my transfer list with some more silver commons from the Pro League and Portuguese League. Then we'll get started. Bo, 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 bo. It kind of does, but the info doesn't stay in my head, as I had a 11-hour drive back from France from Halle. Dang, how was it? So should I just spam the 85 double if I want to open packs unlimited? I would ask the question back to you. Do you feel you're unlimited right now? Like for me, the premium mix is the only way to make the grind unlimited, in my opinion. So if you're not doing the premium mix, I would assume it's not unlimited. If that's the case, whether it's you're using a certain rating into something, whether it's you're using off leagues, whether it's using your dupe storage, I would say crafting upgrades 100%, because even the amount of League SBCs you'll be able to do becomes infinitely more when you're opening up the 80 plus times 5 compared to the 85 double, with the amount of 80 pluses you can put right back into League SBCs. Is free version of Foot Genie good enough? Yes, to do some League SBC runs. You can do unlimited on the free version if you watch ads, which makes it good enough in my opinion still. Guys, these are literally 200 coins right now. What is going on? Remember when we were talking about how much pure profit it is when it's like 300, 400 coins? how much even more it is when it's 200. I might try it. Not that hard, right? If you've never done it before, it might be a little confusing. So that's why we have a bunch of guides in the grind playlist pinned in chat and in the description. If you look at the most viewed videos in there, you'll see a ton of like step-by-step tutorials on different sites. But you very quickly get the hang of it. And you'll realize there's a million different shortcuts to save you a crap ton of time. We're to the point we can do... We did yesterday in, I think it was 6 minutes, 12 plus runs of League SBCs. So... 100% possible. Why bronzes? What rating do you need for the Pro League Portuguese League? Do you know, Chris? All right, we only got 63. My bad, they dropped the rating since last time I was on the ground a few months ago. What was it last time? Because what is... I genuinely can't remember. Is it 68 or is it 69 right now? Yeah, you can get away with a crap ton of bronzes. You can't get away with all bronzes and hit whatever the rating is. But with the amount of golds you get and the amount of silvers, it's perfectly fine. But you see how full our club already is, boys? And then you see how we're filling our transfer list with the dupes? Because this is what takes it to the next level of the amount daily you can do. This is just a few minutes of bidding. I won't spend more than 2 to 3 minutes right now going and filling this up because we don't need the most in the world. We're at 88, so I'll do a few more. Look for maybe a few more we don't have. Oh. All right, that's good for now. Okay, so I got 10 items in my dupe storage, so we have plenty of room there. I'm going to start with, let's actually do a club analyze insight. 260 silver commons, 175 silver rares, gold rares 166, gold commons 95. So I'm short on gold commons. I could spam those. Does EA ban accounts for using Pale Tools and Foot Genie? Nope, not only do they not, they literally confirmed that EA employees use Foot Genie. They came out and said it the other day. Okay. I would just not sniping bot. I would stick to SBC related things. And buying things by hand. Vince used to need all silvers. For the Libin Sud, it felt like you did for sure. But there's also way more Pro League and Portuguese League cards than Libin Sud, so that's also why you're able to as well. What? LOL, why would EA employees use that? Why would EA employees open packs and make SBCs on something that's faster than their own game? If you're asking me, it sounds like EA should take a good hard look at that and be like, hey, maybe we should improve menu speed. Which, to be fair, this new system feels like that's the solution, right? So, like, all jokes aside. Alright, so now we're going to transition back to excluding We're going to exclude League SBC cards. Alright. Is Dupe Storage opened up anymore? No, it's still basically full. How about crafting upgrades with off leagues? Excluded will do up to 80. And again, this always mixes around. So if you guys are looking for the exact rating I use, do I use League SBC cards? Do I not? That's always changing depending on exactly what we're looking to do in the moment. I should probably be doing these on console though, and save each use for League SBCs on here. Yeah, I'm going to stop that halfway. Okay, use all the provisions. Sweet. Okay, we'll open a few of these. All right, League SBC time. Let's get it. Premium mixed. 3 per run. It's a little slow right now. Save and submit. There we go. All right, how much is my dupe storage opened up? We want is empty of a dupe storage as possible. Perfect. Only 20 in the dupe storage. Another promo card. So you not promote doing the footies pick? What are you putting your very high fodder in? You can. Think about it from this perspective. Should you do the footies pick if you're someone who struggles to even get the bare minimum amount of Team of the Week upgrades a day? In my opinion, probably not. If you're in a position where you have endless Team of the Weeks, makes sense to do. If you're trying to go for maybe like a 99, and that's an additional way to potentially get one, absolutely go for it. My personal thing, I'm trying to show people how to build out as many Team of the Weeks as possible, because that's the thing people struggle with, and I want my account to reflect that. I don't care as much about the 99s. I care about the catalog collection too. Alright, so we'll chuck these back in the club, because it should have used the transfer targets. 70, did it say put back? Not exactly 70. Looks like half of it opened up. Which is perfect. Another 3. So a few minutes in. We're going to be 6 total runs in. We'll pay attention to what runs out first. We might run out of rares for Pro League Portuguese League first, would be my guess. And then we'd have to mix in a few more commons as well. And we should probably go in at some point and get some League 1 and Eredivisie silvers to keep stretching that one out. But for now, we should be good. Yeah, literally watch a movie, watch YouTube, watch a stream, play another game on the side. You just have it do it for you when you're grinding something else. It's beautiful. It's like, I'll do this, I'll go watch a movie or play Pal World. Then turn back over and be like, oh, it's done opening the packs. Alright, cool. Dupe storage to 42. 30 cards back in the club. I'm going to very quickly just do a spot check. Okay, some stuff's opening up there. How about pop up Pal World? Yes, sir. I've been addicted over the past few weeks. Heavily addicted. And look at what I'm doing here. I'm not going crazy. I'm not getting hundreds right now on this. I'm just kind of, the more you do these, you know what you kind of run out of. You're just helping yourself out. So now we're on to 9 total runs. I'm curious what the math would be if I put like 2 or 3 dupe storage special cards. If I got like 25 to 50 dupe storage special cards starting to fill up. If I put 2 or 3 of those in with all silvers, I wonder what that rating would be. Obviously it depends on the silver, but curious how close to 84 that would be. Especially like the FUTTIES ones. So when I say, like, you guys, your first goal should be to learn how to do bare minimum 1 run, calculate how many coins you're making on it, and then the next thing, try to get to 3 to 5 runs per day. You can see how quickly in seconds you can make 3 runs, especially when you have the daily stuff already. It's not much. The next task after that is scaling from 3 to 5 to 5 to 10. That's when you start restocking a little bit. We're not even opening the tradable packs right now. I'll get to those later. So it's not even the fact that we're not going to open them. It's just I like doing those on console personally. That's additional cards back into the club. That's additional coins. Got a draft token from a Jumbo Gold today. Dude, I haven't gotten one in so long. I'll get like 40k promo cards because it's the quick sell, or not the quick sell range, the min price. And I've had a few eventually sell after like 100 listings. But I have not gotten a draft token in like a month and a half. Alright, 46 in the dupes. 17 back in the club. So what I'm going to do now... How many Team of the Week upgrades can we make? 50... I should remove specials altogether on this. It doesn't accidentally use them if I accidentally hit the button. Okay, so we can make 4 more. Beautiful. So while doing League SBCs and opening the provisions, we've made 8 Team of the Weeks just from that alone, too. That's great. Alright, 85 Jumbo Golds. 767 Prime Electrums, 66 total Team of the Weeks again, so that number's going back up. We put these back in the club. I think we did. Okay. If I do this 12th run, I think this is going to be where I start running short a little bit, because I haven't restocked Pro League outside of the transfer list. No, it's starting to put the bronzes in. Okay. Sick. So we're now 12 runs in. I also have a crap ton of crafting upgrades we can make too. But I'm not going to make those yet. I'm going to wait till we open the jumbo gold packs, because then we're going to spam make like 50 to 100 crafting upgrades. Now with that, if I went to console, right, it's going to be harder to differentiate the League SBC cards from the non-League SBCs. We could go in by hand and do one card by one card and look for which is a League SBC. That's going to slow us down. If we do them on here where it picks it for us, that's going to slow us down to do League SBCs, because we have to wait for the hourly soft ban if we get closer to it, because we do them on here. In my opinion, the middle ground is the on-off switch, where you say, hey, temporarily, I've done a bunch of League SBC runs. I'm happy with the amount we've either done today. I'm going to call it quits for League SBCs until tomorrow. Let me make a bunch of crafting upgrades by throwing all this in, and then we open some Prime Electrums and some Jumbo Golds to restock on top of the daily gold commons tomorrow and the provisions we get tomorrow. That could be a way you guys go about that. You could do the middle ground where it's like you just do some real quick. Maybe you do your dupe storage. World's your oyster. You can take whatever way you want. We open these. But what I will do is I'm going to see how many I could potentially make. You using the Chrome add-on, or is everything what you do on the web app normal? This is Foot Genie extension. Which if you want to use Foot Genie in the extension, we got a tutorial for what looks like grind in the menus on this in the grind playlist. If you look at the most viewed videos on there, it's one of the top ones. Alright, so if I did crafting upgrades right now, with those, I could make, just from League SBCs, another 19. Just think about the amount of rares we'd continue getting back to. That'll be wild. Okay, so I'm going to spot check again. Are we low on the 15th run? Are we finally going to hit where we don't have enough? But another thing to consider too, and why I like saving those tradable packs when we're on here, is if we start hitting a... Dude, we're not even at the limit yet. It's starting to put in more rares, so I feel like we're low on commons. Actually, hold on. This is a high IQ play. If you look through this, you're seeing it's starting to use a lot of rares, which means we're low on those commons. I'm going to avoid that by just restocking again. We'll start with just... Oh, it hasn't even used a lot of the bronzes yet either. Okay. We'll let it keep using the bronzes. Mix those in. We'll start putting a ton of these back in. And then on the transfer list as well. Sorry, what I was saying before is once I start getting to the hourly SBC ban limit or the daily, that's when I'll then go back to console and I'll start opening those packs as something else to do. So I find that's the best way to like min-max. Is the web app version different from the mobile version? Define what you mean by that. Are you saying is the web app version of Foot Genie different than the mobile version of Foot Genie as in the app? No, because both use the web app extension. They both use the web app as the extension. Compared to the companion app, this is different than the companion app, the EA app you download on your phone. Yes. So if you got bid banned on Foot Genie, you'd be bid banned or SBC banned on web app, but you'd still be able to submit SBCs and bid or buy now on companion app on your phone, if that makes sense. Same with console. Console's completely separate from both of those. So if you got bid banned on both web app and companion app, if you got SBC banned on both of those, you could still go to the PS5 and do SBCs and bid and buy now. Same thing with PS4 versus PS5. PS4 is a different entity than a PS5. So if you own a PS5 and you bought the PS5 game, you technically own the PS4 version. And if you don't have that downloaded yet, you should download the PS4 version of the game too. You might ask why do that. You get a separate SBC and bid limit on those two. So you could theoretically max out the daily SBCs you do on a web app, companion app, PS4 and PS5 every single day. And not only that, since the SBC limit usually cycles within the hour and the day, and if you don't hit the limit to begin with, sometimes you can kind of escape it altogether. There's been days where I can go from 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 and constantly rotate between all those and never get a ban on any of them. And like realistically, the way I could avoid that right now would be I should theoretically go back to console at this moment. I shouldn't try my luck and do more, but I'm about 23 away from hitting the limit. So for me, I'm going to try to get as close to that as I can. In a way I can avoid that too. I probably don't have to worry about the off leagues in my dupe storage to make Team of the Weeks with that on here. Because when I go on console, I'm going to clear my off leagues from, or I'm going to clear my dupe storage anyways with the specials to make more Team of the Weeks. So I can avoid that, save some SBCs here. No, I mean, I use the FUTTIES app. Is it any different from the web extension? How can I watch ad behind the 20 SBCs daily limit? I have the standard version, so I don't know the difference between watching ads on the mobile version versus computer version when it comes to ads. But it is the same application in the sense of you're using the web app for both of them when it comes to actual SBCs. I can't answer the ad one. Does anyone else know? Is there a different way to watch ads on mobile versus computer? Or can you only watch on computer or only watch on mobile? I have no idea. We just got another FOF, I'm pretty sure. Yes, sir! Peterson. Let's go. So we're 15 League SBC runs in. Can we do another 3? Can I push my luck to 18? Bundesliga and Serie A I'm low on. That is beautiful. You know why that's beautiful? That shows we did insanely well there. So I'm going to call it quits on Foot Genie. We're going to go back to console now. We're going to spam Prime Electrums and Jumbo Golds. That was beautiful. Let's go. Thank you for the sub, buddy. Appreciate it. So now the Prime Electrums are going to put a lot of silvers back in the club as well, which is nice. Jumbo Golds will give us a lot for the crafting upgrade and the gold commons for League SBCs, but it'll also give us all the consumables and stuff we'd want to list. So I'm going to open those after we're done opening these. Let's shut those up. Oh shoot, did I have a ton of transferless Pro League Portuguese leagues left? I should have at least cleared those. I could have listed that for like 1700. Tradable promo card. Again, third one today. We've opened like probably 20 of these packs. Let's go. Zanetti too, so he has the price range. Nice. How much coins are you willing to spend daily on store packs? I don't view it daily. I view it weekly. I'm willing to spend millions weekly. We spent 1.8 mil yesterday at the end of the stream. So today I'm probably not going to, outside of the 10 coin Energizer or 30 coin, whatever the one was today. That's because most of the promo packs are weekly anyways, so there's no rush. And if something comes out that's better, it seems more worth the coins, we'll do that too. Literally only got one special card on tradable packs from the Premium X. Done more than 30 runs? Dang. You might just have the worst luck ever. Alright, I'm going to do this too. Let us... We don't need to do this, but I want to make my life easier. So as we open these golds, the reason it showed we were out of Serie A and Bundesliga first, which sounds weird because usually it's Pro League Portuguese League we were out of, or the League 1 Eredivisie, is because we kept stocking those up. These were the next thing to get low on. Once we get completely out of those, it means essentially we're out of silvers as well. So nothing's in there. If I open the Prime Electrums, we're going to get some silvers and some rares. But when we open that in the Jumbo Golds, we're going to get a lot of gold commons. I don't want it to be all golds mainly in there. So I'll spend a few thousand occasionally to just do a bunch of open bids on here. Nothing crazy. And then we can chuck these in the club and mix these in. Now, how I would recommend doing these. I could right now put these in the club and pull them off of here. I'm instead just going to leave them on my transfer target. And then when I get back onto Foot Genie, Pale Tools, the web app, or companion app, I'll store them directly in my club without pulling them off of the transfer targets. Because we don't want these mixing in with the duplicates that are Pro League Portuguese League and League 1 Eredivisie that fill our transfer list. It's much more important that we get as many of those 100 spots for those leagues that are harder to get cards for. And then we'll do this for Bundesliga 2 eventually. Or Bundesliga as well, not Bundesliga 2. Stay away from the mixed league. Only the premium mix. Granit Xhaka. My goal is to one day have all tradable promo cards on my transfer list. With the price ranges not selling. You'll know we've made it at that point. Also fun tip, if you're getting duplicate off-league silvers instead of quick selling them, if you throw those onto your transfer list, another promo card trade. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, Jasper. Look away. Look, oh, it's Ronaldo too. Look away. Wait, how much is he? No shot, he's 700. He's not going to sell for that. Wait, would he eventually sell, do you think? Well, there's a few big promo packs paid for. Someone would surely buy this and Evo him, right? 758, 758. How many are on the market? That will eventually sell. I guarantee it. It might take 1 million listings. We will get it to sell. There's a 22K pack in the store. It's a 1 of 15. Is it tradable or untradeable? Because if that's tradable, that's basically majority of the money back. It's a really good risk. If it's untradeable, I mean, it's not the best, but still probably worth doing. Now you're doing this purpose. He's my goat as well. I tried to sell him for 3 days. You probably quick sold him because he couldn't sell. And then on my first listing, he's going to go. Guys, it's streamer luck. Trust. I wonder if we kept going at this rate, the way I'm opening Prime Electrums, if I didn't touch the Jumbo Gold, what number do you guys think those would meet at? The Jumbo Gold and Prime Electrum. Right now, we're still in like the 750 range for the Prime Electrums. And are we coming close to 100 Jumbo Golds? I didn't see the number. Giorena to Strasbourg? Really? 3 mil. What? Dude, what a fall from grace, man. Luke 09 just tied a Wrexham supporter's shoelace to a railing when he wasn't looking. That's beautiful. Talby is now among the players RB Leipzig are considering. The Moroccan international player Sunderland is highly regarded by the German club management. No contact has been made yet. Brother. No shot. So we've lost Dennis Serkin and Mayenda. Could be about to lose Wilson Eastdoor and Talby. Also, Troy left on a free transfer. Could see Adingra depart. A lot of attacking reinforcements needed. Big month ahead on the transfer front. Dude, I'm so excited. Oh, okay. So, Foot Economist, a.k.a. the guy who is the senior lead product manager for Ultimate Team, he did a Q&A today on Twitter for those of you guys who don't follow it after the Ultimate Team video came out. And he said, hey, I want to answer your guys' questions. Feel free to ask whatever, and I'll answer as many as I can, as truthfully as I can. Someone said, are you going to communicate with us throughout the year this time, rather than just right at the beginning? It seems like you only communicate whilst you have a new release to promote, which is not a good look. And he responded and said, we have ambitious goals for how we wanted to communicate with players last year, particularly when it came to communication directly from devs. We did not deliver on that as consistently as we wanted to. Since just after launch of FC26, we've been working through challenges around what we can share, how we can share it, and what format makes the most sense. Recently, we've made meaningful progress on that front. You would have seen that we were able to share more info about our plans just ahead of the World's Game update and the start of Festival of Football. Understand why the timing raises questions. Trust me, I get how it looks. That said, we do have a renewed focus on direct from dev communication. This is another area where the proof will come from what we do throughout the year, not just what we say now. We know we need to earn trust through consistent follow-through. So, from that, two things I want to say. One, unrelated but somewhat related. I'm so excited for the new SBC system. Whether it's better or worse or a similar grind as to how it is now, I think it's going to hopefully allow us to be on menu a lot more often and not have to focus on always going to Pale Tools or Foot Genie. But I think the most obvious thing's going to happen in the world for FC27, because the same thing happened in 26. The first gameplay we get when the game comes out will be good. There will be a small fraction of the community, or not even a small fraction, a loud part of the community will find whatever the meta is and complain about it. Not because it's maybe completely broken. They'll just complain that there's some sort of meta, which there always is. EA is going to quickly listen to them and change gameplay completely. By doing so, wrecking gameplay completely. And then for the quarter, after their pre-order sales they're getting now, that counts as game sales, later in the year, the quarter's going to go on. They're going to want to make more money. So very quickly after launch, they're going to put a huge tradable promo pack, which is going to kill the price of gold rares, even with less promo cards this year and less promos total. We're going to be back in the same situation we've had always. That's my guess. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. Do I think that's going to happen because it happens every single year? 100%. How can I see club card statistics on Foot Genie? Club card statistics. If you click on where it says Foot Genie on the side, it'll give you then a bunch of options you can look at. If you're talking about how I was looking at how many golds I had in my club and all that stuff. What did Nepentha say? Maybe a bit of a long one here, but here's my thoughts on FC27 Ultimate Team Deep Dive. First of all, I'd like to talk about what wasn't there, because sometimes that's what we're telling. No news on champs, no news on rivals, no news on draft, no news on squad battles, no news on moments, no news on rush. We're going to have to continue under the assumption that nothing has changed in these modes, which, if that's the case, is a massive Fox pass from EA. The modes are a decade or so old, have really run their course, and I feel like at least one of the modes per yearly cycle should have a complete overhaul. First of all, the things that were mentioned, Foot Gallery. On the whole, I like the idea of the gallery tracking your cards, bought/packed over the whole cycle is good. I like the fact there are gallery tokens assigned. Oh, wait, hold on. I just realized, if you buy a card, does it count towards, is it just, it has to be in your club at some point? Whether it's packed or put in? Because I know it doesn't have to stay in your club to count towards the catalog. But could by bidding and throwing everything in the club, that count as catalog completion? In and of itself, that could give value to bronzes, silvers, golds throughout the week, month, or all time. That could be sick. I don't know, though. On the whole, I like the idea of gallery tracking your cards bought, packed over the whole cycle is cool. I like the fact there are gallery tokens assigned to completing the objectives and those translate into rewards. I like the fact Hall of Foot players are rewards for it. My concern, as is typical with EA and things are geared for the entire game cycle, like milestones, is that it gets given up on quite quickly beyond the day one content in there. It's also a consideration that this is either too easy to complete or too hard to complete typically. We'll have people just let it be there without it really influencing the way we play the game. As a proposition to EA, if the tech is there, they could link Foot Gallery with single player live events and allow your gallery team to be usable in that mode, even just for special events, to give reason beyond working towards rewards to build your calorie value. That would be sick. I somewhat understand what they are going for with the collection side of things, but because once you sell a card, you still have it in the gallery, it loses a lot of the parasocial connection that you might build with the physical Panini style cards. All in all, though, I'm excited to engage with this piece of content in hopes it reaches a good level of enjoyment for users. Simplified SBCs, there isn't much to say other than GG, this is huge for the game. Being able to use multiple of the same players in SBC, being able to do 100 bronzes instead of 10 golds, being able to use useless cards that might have a high value to work towards good SBC is very good. There was a slight concern, apologies because I'll use concern a lot in this post, the fact that some SBCs will be like the traditional setup, and some simplified SBCs will have minimum rating. Sorry, I'll get back to that. Card bought counts, but a pack card gives more points in the collection. Gotcha. So you could, early on in the game, worry about club stocking first, and then get additional points later for the pack pulled version of it, I'm assuming. So me doing the typical getting one of basically every silver at the start of the game, spamming in BPM to try to get one of every bronze while we're making coins would still be a good idea. Bronze will get a ton from bronze pack anyways, but sorry, there's a slight concern, apologies because I'll use concern a lot, with the fact that some SBCs will be like the traditional setup and some simplified will still have minimum rating requirements, which I feel like completely defeats the point of the value rating system. If I want to dump 5,000 bronze cards in, I should be able to. I also hope EA have built a well thought out value system, because if it's easy to manipulate or become attributed to a coin value for market purposes, it's going to be another min-max efficiency test rather than a genuine dumping ground to upgrade your team. I don't mind if it's a min-max efficiency test. I think right now one of the appeals about the premium mix is a lot of people just simply either don't know about it for a menu grind, or they don't know how to do it well, or don't want to do it, which creates a lot of value to it for those reasons. It's fine if it's that way. It shouldn't be the only thing, though. There should be some that are min-max, and in my opinion, there should be some that are just dumping ground. First pathways, I like this. Dude, he's yapping for a year. What the heck? Campaigns, less campaigns throughout the year. Delightful, just please fill the off weeks with engaging content. Less campaign players on average per team, question mark. Delightful will make packing a promo card something to actually get excited about again. Does less campaigns and promo cards on average have anything at all to do with the foot gallery and simplified SBCs, or is it just an insane coincidence? You tell me. I was thinking the exact same thing. Side, I'm done with the game until they release stuff to unlock next year. Sounds good. Just went 8-0 on Gauntlet and just didn't have fun. Yeah, you're playing Gauntlet. I wouldn't expect fun to be in that game mode. Single player live events, yes. 100 times, yes. There are a lot of people who don't like playing online, can't play online, or simply don't enjoy the anxiety-induced toxic nature of playing online. Single player live events will be a game changer for many. I'm really happy about this implementation. And similar to my thoughts on Foot Gallery, hope it's something that isn't just tossed in at the start, but put weekly timer and then forgot about. Rewards. End of match rewards sounds amazing. It's something I've been asking for literally years. The coin bonus at the end of the match hasn't changed since 11, and at least maybe earlier. You should always be primarily rewarded for playing and then further rewarded for completing via skill, time, or a mix of both. Tradable packs and coins being a focus point of rewards sounds too good to be true. And so it probably is. Wait, timeout. Nep saying that. Has it been confirmed that the packs we're getting as a potential bonus are tradable? Or is that something he's just thinking we may have? And if we do have it, it sounds like it'd be too good to be true. Because if it's tradable packs, whether it's when you get a pack, it's guaranteed to be tradable or there's a chance of it, brother, you best believe I am AFK farming the crap out of every game mode. I can, time-wise. Hey, Mumbo, how are the Tea of the Week packs going? Is that one with 66 stacked? Yes. We did the 84-20 or 84-10s at the start of the stream, and then from that, essentially, we put 25 Tea of the Weeks in the club. We used 20 for the 84 10s. We then were able to make infinitely more than the 20 when we put down to 75 rating, all the way up to, I think it was 89 for just golds, off of what we got without using daily golds or provisions, simply just from the League SBC grind yesterday. Not even a single League SBC grind to start the stream today was done. So that experiment of having more than what we started with, basically having the grind carry itself and having to do very little maintenance each day to be able to carry each one, that we made the video on today, 100% confirmed works. You just got to do the bare minimum when it comes to the daily logins, the provisions, and I would argue a few League SBC runs. That's I've included putting bronzes and silvers mixed in, which you could 100% do, and the special cards. That's a whole nother thing. You're going to make infinitely more. I decided not to submit those and instead dupe storage clear a lot of my specials to make Team of the Week packs. I have to get back to, I think, the number 79 at the end of the stream today to be where I was before. But the amount of League SBC cards we have in our club, the reason why this number is so low is I just have been doing off leagues and dupe storage. I haven't touched a League SBC card yet. When I'm done with League SBCs for the day, I'm going to put the rest of the cards in my club and League SBCs into here. And I would bet we're very close to 100 when the day's done. 99 works. The SBC point system in FC27 is a W for BPM grinders. It's not even just for BPM grinders, it's a W. I think it's a W for everyone. But time will tell to see how EA uses it. Tradable packs and coins being a focus point of reward sounds too good to be true, and so it probably is. My concern here is that, much like the token system thing this year, everything is still capped. Sure, you might gain SP and more coins every match in FC27, but if this has a daily or weekly cap, we're right back at square one. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like, if we're getting XP for maybe not every game, but like that can be one of the potential rewards. If they cap it to the amount of packs or XP or additional coins you could get each week or daily, that's stupid in my opinion. You should let people sit there and try to farm it. Because they'll literally just keep people on the game. People will play the game regardless, but it'd probably keep people from leaving the game to a certain extent. I think it's important EA aren't too strict on allowing people to farm. Oh, this is where you might disagree with me. Hold on. My concern here is, much like the token system, everything's still capped. Sure, you might gain SP and more coins every match in FC27, but if it has a daily or weekly cap, we're right back to square one. I think it's important EA aren't too strict on allowing people to farm. Oh, no, he does agree. Not too strict on allowing people to farm the game, and instead put game loops in place that minimize the long-term impact of farming, but maximize the short-term enjoyment of simply playing the game. I'll read the last thing he said, and I'll respond completely to it. Overall, these pitch notes read more of an update or a patch than a new game. They seem to have focused more on improving the things we already have in game rather than rebuilding and adding new things. And for the sake of a new promo run for pre-sales, and honestly, I think that's actually a good thing. Take what we've got and made it better. I'll be happy with that. I'm going to respond to that quick, and then I'm going to give a hot take that I didn't even think of yet until now. I agree with what Nep said a lot there. One of my biggest critiques from EA over the past few months has been, I think it would be an excellent idea, the same way that we grind the menus like crazy because of the packs and potential coins that we can farm, the more and more we do it, there should always be a gameplay option to do that, in my opinion. I think there should be. My idea a few months ago was, when the collection idea got leaked, I was saying that you could make a bunch of people happy by giving what used to be old school League SBCs. Keep like the premium mixed or whatever out. Or with the new point system, still have a grind like this with the Jumbo Gold Pack, because I'm biased. But like the old school League SBCs of being able to like complete each team. Once you complete the league, you only are able to do it once, and then you get a crazy player at the end. That would be excellent in the catalog collection gallery area as either like a daily challenge, a weekly challenge, a monthly challenge, a season challenge. You could bring those out. That way the card changes. Or, in my opinion, you could have the equivalent to League SBCs, but with different other things, where it's like, hey, daily, this is unlimited repeatable. If you score a goal, if you keep a clean sheet, if you win a game, and if you play 2 games, let's say those are the things, you find something like that where you don't have to play a crazy amount of gameplay, but once you complete those things, you get a pack for completing one of those. You get a pack for completing the other one. You could complete all 4, but not all in the same game. It would take multiple games to do, the same way they set up a lot of like the objectives. Like you have to play multiple games. But if you could complete all those and then get a bonus pack at the end too, get 5 total packs for 4 objectives, and then the second you complete it, you're able to start it again. Could you imagine how overpowered that would be? Not only would you not be able to sit there and farm just goals, because it's not like that gold pack, the goals pack. Once you score a certain amount of goals, you get the pack, and then if you score 10 in the game, you keep getting 10 of that pack. You'd have to complete all the other ones, so you'd have to complete the 2 games played. You'd have to get a win at some point to reset it, but that would keep people on the game and grinding it and give them something outside of the menu grind to get that in and keep them on the game that way. But my hot take was, I agree with Nep that a lot of those sounds like tweaks and changes to existing content rather than new innovative ideas outside of the point system and gallery for Ultimate Team. I'm personally fine with that because the game price, people are viewing through the lens of Ultimate Team. The way we talk about it, the way we talk about our enjoyment factor, the amount of hours we put in. We're not even talking about career mode. We're not even talking about pro clubs. We're not even talking about online play. We're not even talking about this new park thing. All those are additional things to the price of the game that you can play. Do I play those a lot compared to Ultimate Team? Absolutely not. Career mode, I play usually like 40 hours a year. Usually it's towards the end of the year, and this year we've just enjoyed the game enough where I haven't had to play it as much. Pro clubs, I don't think I've even really touched. But no, all that being said, I think for me, every single year, even if it's a more expensive of the highest version of the game and the bonus rewards you get, it's always going to be worth it for me to buy the most expensive version. By the end of the year, like, let's do the math real quick. If I look at the PS4 version, I don't think you can see it because of my camera. The PS4 version, I have 213 hours. The PS5 version, I have 1,179 hours. Let's just keep it simple and say it's 1,000 hours. We'll take off a lot of those. If the game next year is $150 for me for the most expensive version, and I play that amount of hours, if you break that down to like the cost per hour for me to play this game, it's so insanely low and is infinitely worth my money. Let alone take the fact that we make content on it so we get paid to play this game. It pays for itself. If I click organize and put Genie, it sends club. What about duplicates? I don't do organize. I do the dots next to it. Organize may give you like directions on where it's sending it to, or like give you suggestions. Like it might throw it to the transfer list. It might throw it in storage. I don't use that personally. I use the dots, or I just auto pack open where it has the settings listed out for what it's going to do. Dude, look at all the FOF cards we're stacking. That's nice. Alright, back to the Genie, boys. Back to Genie. Sublime, just got back from a meeting and finished the Unlimited Team of the Week video. Therefore, the first thing we need to do is earn 20 to 30 Team of the Week cards to start with. That is very interesting. Yeah, so the video was 2 days ago now. We talked about the potential of making Unlimited Team of the Weeks, what that looks like in terms of a process. we're already making Unlimited Team of the Weeks the way we're grinding, but there's like several different ways you could approach it. We then made the video that we uploaded today of like, hey, here's the math behind it. This would be the amount of cards you need. For already doing Daily Bronze, Daily Silver, Daily Gold, Provisions, and League SBCs, we have these cards covered. We could probably, instead of just being completely overkill, be able to stretch this and get not only all the ones back, but even more. So then today at the start of stream, if you want to at some point, either after the stream or even during the stream, go back and see at the start what we did. We built out all 20 on stream, and then we're able to, with what was in our club, without opening even daily golds yet or provisions, we kept those saved just simply from the League SBCs the day before. Not even League SBCs today. We did 0 League SBC runs up to that point. We were able to not only craft all the 8410s, we were able to build more Team of the Weeks, or we had the ability to build more Team of the Weeks than we originally used. And then the keep up work would have been to do the provisions, open those up, the golds, do any sort of amount of League SBC runs, and we'd be back to doing League SBCs and ready for the next day. So it works 100% if you do the bare minimums of the grind, as long as you got to the 30 packs to begin with or whatever amount you wanted to build up to. There's also a case of going one by one. You absolutely could. You don't necessarily have to do all 30. The reason I recommend all 30, and the reason I want you guys to understand how a lot of our videos we go about making, my goal with a lot of the grinds and a lot of these videos is to show people the sheer power of the premium mix. I think a lot of people don't realize how many coins can be made from this and how many of these you can do a day. I think a lot of people either don't want to do it, they get bored of it, or they don't think they can pack a card from it, and that's the reason they're not doing it. They're not viewing it as a tool of unlimited packs and coins. Once you understand it from that perspective, everything else becomes easier. And yeah, that's allowed us to do that. So we ended up not hitting submit once we showed that today we could have made more Team of the Weeks than that. Instead, I just cleared my dupe storage and used off leagues, spammed more League SBCs, and then at the end of the stream today, like if I wanted to end now, I would have to get my Team of the Weeks back to 79. How many do I have in my club, actually? Club Insight. So I have 10 in the club. So to be break even, I'd have to be at 79. We're at 66. We're at 76 total. Can I make 3 with just golds? Even just up to 80? Not use specials. If we do specials and bronzes in, it's probably even crazier, but yeah, we can make 15. So we're closer to 100. That's sick. I bet though, if we did use specials, I just want to see what this would look like. Obviously, it's going to pull not only specials in the dupe storage, it's going to pull specials in the club. So obviously, it's going to be way more than 50. But the fact that he can even do 50 is crazy. I'm looking at these first runs, though. Let's see how many it does with just the dupe storage ones. So we're 6 runs in 7. Okay, it starts using the dupe storage specials. Dupe storage. Dupe storage, dupe storage. Okay, so it's the 18th run where it starts using specials that aren't dupe storage. Dang. That's crazy. When I found this channel like 2 days ago, then I started doing the premium league mix. I didn't do it crazily, but I already earned 100K. Let's go, man. W. And the crazier you do it, the more you make. It's a beautiful thing. You got 96 Pacho from the 94 Plus. Nice. I have 4,829 hours in FC26, a next gen version, and 3 on old gen. Can you pay for my therapist and swim with dolphins? You say I play the game a lot. Jeez. That's crazy, man. Crazy. So that was the 21st League SBC run on stream. So we're now to 24 total League SBC runs just on stream today. And remember, we did none before stream. So out of the 2.5 hour stream, we probably did League SBC stocking related stuff and League SBCs for, what do you think, like 45 minutes to that? So when I say, like, I feel like most people can scale between 25 to 50 a day, it doesn't even take a million years to do. But once you get to 25 to 50, that's where, if you're only on certain hours of the day, hourly soft bans come in. If you're on a few hours, daily soft bans come in. You can scale it past that if you use everything together, but for most people, including myself, it's just simply not worth it to go that crazy. Okay. Fun tip when you're SBC banned. Let me make sure this is an actual soft ban. I know we're at the hourly limit, so I'm assuming it is, but sometimes with the Premier League squad, it glitches. Okay, so if you have the premium version, this is something you can do, and this is something I highly encourage. Watch what I do. So I can submit this. It's in there. It'll stay in there as long as it's saved. You can't submit, but it's saved. If I go back to console or companion app, I can submit it. So instead, I'm not just going to do that one. I'm going to do crafting upgrade. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to do a Team of the Week upgrade. I'm going to save it. I'm going to do a silver upgrade, because it's going to use some of the cards on my transfer list that we got dupes. Then off leagues in there. So that way when I come back to console, not only do I have the League SBC finished, I have all these additional SBCs. Now, does it make sense to do a single League SBC run with all 4 of those sections? Each one of those SBCs once. Go back, do those all, and then keep doing that over and over to keep making League SBCs? No, I don't think that's worth the time. That's when we start doing most of our daily opening the tradable packs. That's when that next part of the grind comes in. That's when making a bunch of crafting upgrades will happen too. Because right now, we saved all those tradable packs. We didn't open a single tradable pack on there. So beautiful. I'm even going to go a step past that. I'm not over SBC banned, so I can't do it anyways. For the Team of the Week upgrade, I'm just going to clear the SBC storage now as well. Euphoria. Tell me right now. You. Euphoria. Tell me right now. Unbelievable that we didn't hit the rating yet. Are you kidding me? Euphoria. Alright, so we're at the limit we can do there. Once we spam crafting upgrades, they'll easily be able to fill that up more. Before we do crafting upgrades, let us... Actually... I think the most efficient way to do everything... We're gonna end the stream soon. But what I would recommend, if you guys are in the point that I am right now, there's a million different ways you can go if you want to keep grinding. What I'm thinking is, I don't even have to open these packs, I guess, technically, but I'll open this League SBC run. I could spam open some, but not all the jumbo gold packs, because I know I'll get a lot of gold commons there, and I'll get a lot of coins. I could then go low to high rating, use all my 75s, maybe up to 80 rated. You could do whatever you want. You could go as high as you wanted. Make 50 to 100 plus crafting upgrades. 80 plus times 5s. Spam those open. And then just mix together all the League SBC and non-League SBC cards that are 80 to maybe 89 rated, 90 rated. The golds. Not only that, we'd probably have a crap ton of promo cards in the dupe storage. And from that group, we'd have so many League SBC cards. And then tomorrow, not only would we have all the Team of the Weeks ready to be built that we would need again, we could open even more tradable packs, make even more coins, put even more cards in the club to be ready for tomorrow. We could continue to do League SBCs once our soft ban's lifted, because we have the tradable packs that we could keep restocking. We have the ability to buy more silvers and bronzes with our hands. Like, it truly is just never ending. There's always something to do. But your attention goes from one area to another. It transitions from this grind to that grind. So the further you take it, there's not one grind in particular. It's a mix of everything. And I love it. I love it. We're up to 95 jumbo golds. Dang, that's even more than I thought we had. That's crazy. You know what I didn't even count? We could probably make 25 to 50 silver upgrades too. So we'd probably have another 75 to 150 gold commons from that. The off-league silvers in my club. And honestly, wait. I don't know if this is a genius or a stupid idea. If you're only doing silver upgrades when you're basically already SBC banned, could you do the same thing as the 80 plus times 5 and just go low to high? Or maybe you only worry about using commons at first, even if you're putting League SBC cards in, because you do it when you're already low on the Pro League Portuguese League and League 1 Eredivisie. And then the Premier League don't even matter to begin with the silvers because you have so many golds. The Bundesliga and Serie A, you never really run out of anyways unless you're close to 20 runs, which you can then just bid and fill back up. It would probably be more worth it to just spam make silver upgrades on here. Thoughts? What do you guys think of that? Is that stupid or is that smart? Make more silver upgrades to get more gold commons and to make more crafting upgrades too. Potentially miss out on some coins for the leftover Pro League Portuguese leagues that we still have in the club and the League One Eredivisie and stuff. All that's like 200 to 300 coins though. So we're not losing a lot in that. Any coins we'd lose on that, we make back with the golds we're getting anyways. And the coins we're getting from those packs. I think just turning your brain off and putting all the silvers in so that you can then start the Prime Electrums from scratch. Wait a second. No. We could just do the Prime Electrums from scratch then. We should put every silver card in and then go from there. Or my mind is a weird thing then. Another thread of a variation. If you cared about League SBC Gold Commons in particular, because you're going to get so many Gold Rare 80 pluses League SBC cards from the crafting upgrades that you're making. If you were butthurt about losing Gold Common League SBC cards, but you wanted to make them fast on here, throw them all in to the crafting upgrade. If after that you just make silver upgrades with everything you have in your club. If you either already know you're low on League SBC silvers or you're fine submitting those to make it easier to restock the golds in your club, you do that. If you're more butthurt about the silvers potentially going because the time you put into maybe placing one of each by hand in your club or the fact they have a little bit more value, you do the opposite. You go even more lethal with the gold commons and the gold rares and the crafting upgrade up to whatever point. You make more of those so that you can spam League SBCs more to get more Prime Electrums, to open more Prime Electrums and get those silvers back in the club. But then your cards that are silvers are going to fill up even more, and you're going to get those that you got to submit at some point. So it's not one or the other. You could do both at the same time and just wait for the next dailies. You could do both and then open tradable packs. Or you could do one, wait for the other to go up. Then when the other goes up, you switch. Same way we do Jumbo Golds. We kind of save one, open the other. Save one, open the other. Boys. This, oh man. It's too fun out here. Alright. I'm gonna head out before we lose my mind. If you guys did enjoy this, do me a favor, smack that like button, subscribe if you're new. We're gonna have a video go up for Monday, and we'll have a video go up for Tuesday. I'm not gonna be live both of those days. If you're new here, in general, I have, at least for the next few months, football on Mondays. So I will be live Monday. And then I have a last game of the season of football for this season on Tuesday. So that doesn't mean I'm not playing anymore. It means the next season starts right after, so we'll be back to Mondays. But we have a makeup game on Tuesday as well. So I won't be live Monday, won't be live Tuesday, but we will be live Wednesday 4 hours after new content. But we'll have some videos going up. Take it easy, guys. God bless. I will see you guys later. Peace.